Hey everybody, for those of you who are a little overwhelmed when you want to consider a trust, I just want to mention that it is simply a contract. It's really not a new vehicle for estate planning and has a lot of support uh, under the law in most states across the country. So I'd like to give you a little sneak peek to give you some calm around the subject of a trust. I'm 𝗹𝗲𝗶 Zammitti of Zammitti Law. We're an estate planning practice in New York and New Jersey, and we provide peace of mind to families through our high client value services. If you are seeking assistance in either estate planning or trust/estate probate administration after someone's passing, we're happy to help here in New York and New Jersey. And we provide free consultations. So you can reach us if you would like to at yourplanningattorney.com. And speaking of value, we are here to educate everyone for free as well. So please ask your questions and share, of course, so that hopefully we can help some folks along the way. Now, when it comes to trusts, you should know that 36, so it's the majority of the states, 36 of the states in the US have implemented what's called the Uniform Trust Code, all right, for short UTC, Uniform Trust Code. Basically, this code gives clear guidance, right, on how trustees, beneficiaries, and the courts can manage these trusts and need to handle them. And it really does encourage that the administration of these trust contracts be done outside of court involvement, right? Courts are inundated with so many different things. These trust contracts, the benefit is keeping it outside of the court and not burdening the courts with these trust matters that are controlled by the contract. And it creates an efficiency on the development of the trusts, right? The changes to trusts, and of course, how they terminate in the end. So the overall impact of having this type of law, the UTC, is much greater, flexibility in trying to manage them and dealing with even disputes that may occur. And overall, the code is there to encourage the use of trusts, right? So that again, it's not all being led back to the court, which is not good on the court because it's overly burdensome, and it's also not good on the family because it's just an extra process. As you can imagine, anything that goes through the court system is a little bit of a bottleneck in some fashion and can cost more money and take more time. And of course, usually a little headache, which I've mentioned here and there, but that's my personal opinion. Also, it does set sort of default rules for what happens with these trusts in certain circumstances. Now, there are, of course, so like of the 36, right? I should mention practicing in New York and New Jersey. New Jersey has implemented the UTC, I think back in 2016, it's almost 10 years ago. And one great benefit of them doing so was it gave clear guidance on when and how we can change an irrevocable trust, right, without court involvement. Now, other states like New York, the other state I practice in, which has not enacted the UTC, can also have, and New York does, have clear law that guide on the amendment of what's believed to be a non-changeable, irrevocable trust. In fact, it is. And New York's law is fairly rich in the sense that it gives good guidance and quite a bit of flexibility for New York residents to be able to modify, or another term for changing an irrevocable trust is decanting. And we've actually used this quite a few times to assist clients in changing their trust to meet their shifting circumstances while still, meeting their overall goals and needs. So don't be scared with trusts. As long as you're working with a qualified professional who understands these laws, can, represent them appropriately in the contract that you develop to help not only you, but also your family as things need to be administered and taken care of, and your wishes to be followed through with. It just can be extremely helpful to avoid the court process at all stages, whether you're still around and we're making a shift. Again, not the intention when you're creating the irrevocable trust to make that shift, but there is built-in flexibility in states with the UTC have certain guidance, and other states that have robust common law or statutory law, like New York, can also be of assistance. So again, I'm Valerie Zammitti of Zammitti Law. We're an estate planning firm in New York and New Jersey, and we provide peace of mind to families through our high client value services. If you are looking for assistance in either estate planning or probate administration, you can reach us for a free consultation at yourplanningattorney.com. We really hope you learned something new here today, and please don't forget, share, and take care.